Tomorrow morning in Seacliff, San Francisco, the Barbour family will read a small item on the front page of their newspapers to the effect that a hotel cottage of the Empress Hotel in Accra was dynamited. That a Mrs. Jasper Mackay was killed and 2 others injured. But they won't know that one of those injured is Paul. They won't know for weeks to come. Actually, it was this same evening in Seacliff that Cousin Jedediah arrived. He came to Hazel's house first, and she took him over to the family home. Henry received him grudgingly, but Fanny had retired.
Fanny's gone to bed, and I can't see any reason for disturbing her tonight.
Ah, sweet girl. Ah, sweet girl.
Huh?
I say Fanny's a sweet girl.
And what do you know about Fanny? You've never laid eyes on her in your life?
Yes, sir, a sweet girl.
Father, I'm going to have to go back home.
Huh?
Yes, sir, Fanny's a sweet girl.
Margaret's alone over there.
Oh, where's the rest of your family?
I remember the day you carried Fanny across the threshold, Henry.
Oh, that's nonsense.
What a lame, brave day that was.
Father, do you want me?
That's ridiculous. We were married here in San Francisco.
What a half-wit day that was.
Hazel, this
Yes,
man...
I know. Would you like me to help you get him settled in the guest room before I go?
Hank, you're a lucky man.
Will you stop calling me Hank?
Why, sure, Hank. Sure as shooting.
Hazel, I don't know why you brought him over here.
Mother has the guest room all set up for him.
No, don't go to any trouble. Just any old place to put the body down. Just the kitchen table if it's handy.
Yeah.
Just the kitchen table if it's handy.
Wouldn't you prefer the guest room with a good bed?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Just any old place. Piece of carpet out on the back porch.
Well, I'm sure you'd like the guest bed better. Here, Father, you take Cousin Jedediah's suitcase.
Not at all, not at all.
I was just going to carry it.
What's mine's mine, as the saying goes.
Well, you bring it then, and I'll show you your room.
Just any old place.
This way upstairs, Cousin Jedediah. You coming, Father?
Yes.
I can lay down anywhere.
Then why didn't you?
Moth-eaten blanket in the attic.
We don't have Morse.
Pup tent in the backyard. Out in the garage. Back seat of a sedan. Never cared much for the back of a roadster.
No, this way.
Turtleback keeps dropping down and whopping in.
What in Sam Hill's the fellow talking about him?
Oh, he's just telling us not to put ourselves out for him. He'll sleep anywhere. This will be your room, Cousin Jedediah.
No.
A bathroom of your own in here.
No.
This is a cedar closet for your clothes. We'll have to bring up your trunk from the lumber room tomorrow.
Over my dead body.
You mean this half-wit room big enough to swing a cat in is just to hang up your clothes?
What did you think it was?
Why, back in Bloomington and Mrs. Schultz's boarding house, this would be the back parlor. Might even be the front parlor for all I know. Might even be the Sunday parlor for all I know.
Well, you just make yourself comfortable for the night, and in the morning we'll see what needs doing.
You've made me a happy man, Hank. A happy man.
Have I indeed?
A happy man. Keep the treasures of your house on me. Kill the fatted calf of my yard. Opened your arms like a brother. I was led astray, but I'm back in the fold.
Yes. Well, good night.
Cold, but I've been warm.
Night, Cousin Jedediah.
Weary, but I've been rested. Lonesome, but I've been cheered.
Hazel, a man like that could drive you out of your mind.
Hush, Father, he'll hear you. Come on downstairs. I've got to get home. I've left Margaret alone longer than I intended to.
You think there's any chance he intends to stay any length of time?
Oh, I don't suppose so. There's a loose place in the carpet here on this step.
Yes, I've been intending to take it back again. Did you ask him how he got here so fast from Florida?
No, he does the talking.
Well, I intend to bring up the subject of the $214.83.
Well, why don't you get to bed now? Tomorrow's another day.
Now, who's that?
Well, we'll open the door and find out. Oh, Cliff.
Well, hello, Hazel. You over here?
Huh?
Well, I was just passing by. I saw the light on in the hall, so I knew you hadn't gone to bed. Oh, you just leaving, Hazel?
Yes, I've got to get back to Margaret. She's alone.
Yeah, I know. Hank and Pink are at a movie.
Yes.
Where's Daniel?
He's out this evening with Jack.
With Jack?
Some kind of a business deal. I just simply must go now.
Well, how about me?
That's the front doorbell I heard ringing.
Who is that?
It's all right, Cousin Jedediah. Go back to bed.
Cousin Jedediah.
But I was certain I heard that dim-wit doorbell.
It was just Clifford dropping in.
No.
Honest, is Cousin Jedediah here?
It isn't funny.
No, not Clifford.
Pure unadulterated Greek tragedy.
I think he's coming downstairs.
Oh, goodness. Well, excuse me. You two will have to do the best you can.
Hazel.
Father, I'm sorry. I've got my own problems for the rest of the evening.
Well, I'll come and give you a hand.
Thank you, Clifford. Thank you.
No, not Clifford.
Oh, hi, Cousin Jediah.
A man. A large, life-size man.
What'd you expect, a child?
I did for a fact. Child of 3.
I thought you'd gone to bed.
No, just getting my bearings. Just finding my way up and down these half-wit stairs for use later.
Well, if you're not going to bed, how about going into the library and sitting down?
How about going into the kitchen and sitting down?
Huh?
Well, don't tell me you're hungry.
I'm a Chinese army.
How about that, Dad?
Well, I suppose. Come along.
And a St. Bernard with 13 puppies.
Well, that's what I call hungry. Look out for the swinging door.
Yep. And a hibernating grizzly after a long winter.
I suppose you'll be satisfied with bread and milk and a piece of apple pie.
With cheese. Wonderful.
Here, sit down at the table, Cousin Jediah. How the heck did you get clear out here from so fast? Last we heard from you were in Miami, Florida.
I took an airplane.
You did?
Took a lame-brained airplane.
Well, did you enjoy it?
And you know what they got on them planes? You know what they got?
Bread, milk, apple pie.
No cheese?
No cheese.
Well, what kind of an establishment do you run here? You better look again.
Huh?
You better look again. Bound to be a piece of cheese around the house somewhere.
Now, see here.
Bound to be. Never knew of a kitchen yet that didn't have a piece of cheese somewhere.
You might look in the mousetraps there.
Clifford, will you show Jediah to his room when he is eaten?
You leaving, Hank?
The name is not Hank. And it's well past my bedtime, so you'll excuse me.
Yep. You're getting along in years, you can see that.
And I'm not getting along in years. It's simply that the only way to get you to retire, apparently, is for everyone else to go to bed. Good night.
Good night, Dad.
Don't like me particularly, I'd say.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, don't like me a little. But I'll break that down.
Oh, you will?
I'll break that down all right. 2, 3 months, I'll have him eaten out of my hands.
2 or 3 months.
Maybe sooner, maybe longer. But Hank's a fine man. He'll come around.
Well, apparently you're all holed in here for the winter.
Comfortable as a bug in a rug.
Oh, I see.
There's a bear in a hollow log. There's a groundhog under a stump.
Oh, Cousin Jediah, you kept talking about we in your telegram.
Cricket under a rock.
Who did you mean by we?
Was it we? Oh, that was old Betsy and me.
Old Betsy?
Car. Automobile. Machine.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. Car, automobile, machine. Different names. Same thing.
Yeah.
Sold it. Took the airplane to California. And you know what they got on these airplanes?
No, what?
Young girls.
Oh, yeah?
Young girls. In uniform.
Is that what impressed you most on your first airplane flight? Young
girls in uniforms. Airplane is no place for young girls, Clifford. It ain't sanitary.
It's not what?
Sanitary. You know sanitary?
Oh, yes, but I don't understand what...
Just it ain't sanitary. That's all there is to understand. Young girls ought to be home with their mothers.
Well, you don't mean sanitary, Cousin Jediah.
Well, you're a young man.
Yeah, but...
A fine young man. And it don't become you to contradict your elders.
Okay, Cousin Jediah.
Young girls ought to be home with their mothers, and there ain't anything more needs to be said.
Well, after all, they're all over 21 years old.
That's what I said, young.
Hey, what are you doing?
Looking in this here refrigerator contraption.
Oh, a raider of refrigerators.
Ain't reasonable there's no cheese in the house. You know and I know you can't eat apple pie without cheese. So if there's apple pie in this kitchen, there's got to be cheese.
Well, I'd better warn you about raiding ice boxes in this house, Cousin Jediah.
What did I tell you? I knowed it. I knowed it all the time. Right here in front of his nose. All the lame-brained cheese a man could eat.
As I was saying, raiding ice boxes...
All that cheese a man could eat. Unless he was a hog. And I ain't no hog. Well, mostly I'm not. That's mighty fine smelling cheese, so I might slop over just a little bit tonight. Just a little bit.